Hey, how we doing? Episode 56. It's a wet, it's a cold, it's a gloomy old winter's day here in Auckland City. But hey, what can you do? We are excited. We are back with another travel talk segment. We've been wanting to do one of these for a while, but it's finding the right time and the right people to be on this little segment. So if you guys are into your food, you're into the restaurants, then check this one out. Episode 56 here on the Villa Wonder Vlogs. Alright guys, welcome back to another Travel Talk episode. We are pretty excited. We are with one of the culinary experts here, Nic Watt. Nic, introduce yourself, mate.
Hello, my name is Nic Watt. I'm a chef restaurateur. We're currently standing in Masu Restaurant and Bar in Federal Street, my Japanese restaurant. I've also got Canting in Commercial Bay down on the waterfront, and Inca in Ponsonby Central, which is a Peruvian concept.
All right, as you guys know, we love our travels. We love spending time overseas. Nic spent plenty of time abroad. Nic, what's some countries you've spent time, learning your trade as such?
Well, I lived in Tokyo for 2 years as a young chef, and that really forged my palate and my career trajectory into the Asian flavour profiles. 2 years in Tokyo from 23 to 25. I then went on to have a restaurant, modern Japanese restaurant in Hong Kong and Macau. Yes, I was doing Japanese food in Hong Kong and Macau, but spending so much time there, over the course of 5 years, I studied and fell in love with barbecue duck and dim sum, Shanghai, Beijing. I travelled all through Asia, and it's really forged my palate and my culinary style.
Yeah, perfect. Love it. We just got back from Shanghai, one of my favourite cities. We got to try some really good dishes, and hey, love travelling to Asia, more so because of the food. All right, guys, as you know, we love spending our time, especially in Southeast Asia, whether it be Thailand, Malaysia, etc. Question for Nic. Nic, I know you've spent a lot of time overseas. Would you return for another chapter, whether it be professionally or personally?
On both counts, a huge yes. If I start professionally, I'd probably look at Hong Kong or Singapore, because I think that's where there's opportunities for business. Personally, I'd absolutely love to understand more around Malaysia. I've got a good reason for a curiosity there, and I really haven't explored that part of Southeast Asia or South Asia. So yes, absolutely.
Definitely plenty of tips for Malaysia. One of our favourite places, I guess, because you've got the Malay influence, you've got Indian influence, and Chinese, so it's a big, cultural hub in Malaysia. That's why we love it. Okay, Nic, how would you describe your day-to-day lifestyle? You can, even here in Auckland as a chef.
As a chef restaurateur and a day-to-day lifestyle, I try and work within a shift pattern across a working week, so my staff know where I am across the different restaurants. Today, I've been working on a photo shoot. We're getting set up for next week, so we're choosing the plates. We're sketching the dishes, on a pad, so we know what garnishes we need, how it's going to visually look before we go to the shoot. Tomorrow, I've got a food tasting in the modern Chinese restaurant Canting, and then tomorrow night, actually, I'll do dinner service at Inca. So my week carries me through the various restaurants, but I do try and keep a routine so that my team know where I am.
Yeah, each day is kind of different, I guess, if you're spending time, in each different place every day.
Absolutely, each day is different, each flavour profile is different.
So is there a specific technique or ingredient that you still use today in your kitchen?
I guess it's a hard question to answer because there's so many different skill sets that come through when you look at Asian cuisine. I guess ultimately it's around that sharing style. It's not about entree, main, dessert. It's a convivial way of eating. Food often goes to the middle of the table, be it Chinese cuisine on a lazy Susan, Japanese cuisine being sharing family style. So it's that convivial style of dining that I've drawn to and I use through all my restaurants now.
Amazing. Okay, as you know, these travel talk segments are heavily influenced by travel. A big question we always love to ask, what is on the bucket list in the next, say, 12 to 24 months, Nic?
I think I'd love to get back to Vietnam. I was in Vietnam about 20 years ago, The flavours are just incredible. I thought the culture was incredible. I didn't go too far up towards Hanoi. I was more down around Ho Chi Minh City. I never got to Cambodia, so I'd absolutely cross the border to get to Cambodia. That's definitely on a culinary and flavour. But a place that's always called for me is Mexico. I've been to 31 countries around the world. I've never been to Mexico. Tequila, taco, guacamole. Yes, please.
Add it to the list, Mexico, guys. Okay, great to spend, a couple of minutes here with Nic, get a bit of an insight, his background, his restaurants here in Auckland City. This is all going to be part of the guides we're releasing, guys. We're pretty excited. Auckland will be the first guide we're doing. Thanks for your time, Nic. Lovely to chat, mate. Great to check out the restaurants and, add this one to the list, guys. Masu. Alright guys, probably not the best weather to report after catching up with Nic Watt. It is windy, it is cold, it is a typical winter's day here in Auckland, New Zealand. But on a side note, great to catch up with Nic, hear a little bit about what he does, a bit of his background and his restaurants here in Auckland, New Zealand. We're going to try and get out of this rain, get out of this wind and move on to the next destination.